Hey you guys, welcome to another JoArt1&Co sports and gaming video, and we are doing the NRL 2022 Grand Final. And as you guys you could see my beautiful face alongside me, my co-host today, that'll be joining me, my papa, Antonio Atese. Welcome back. How you feeling about this Grand Final?
Good.
Gonna be an interesting one. The Battle of the West. I have to admit, this is one, even though I was really hoping the Roosters would make it, I'm actually kind of excited for this. This is going to be a weird but epic one. But before we get into the team list for the grand final teams, we'll talk about a little bit of Daily M's, and then we'll also talk about the lead up to this game, everything the stats wise, the games prior that these two have played against each other, and then we'll get straight into team list and our predictions. All right, let's start off with, of course, the Daily M's. But before that, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at JoArt1&Co Sports and Gaming, and follow us on Instagram at JoArt1&Co. So you'll be notified every time we do new updates, new videos, and content just like this, or our vlogging. And sometimes we're going to be majority doing NFL soon, but you probably see sometimes gaming, but depends. All right, let's get into the Daily M. Daily M's last night. This is the reason why I decided to film this video today. That way you get the Daily M's plus the grand final, so two things in one. It was a great night. The Daily M's went off with a bang. There was a lot of great awards.
Yeah, it sure did. There was a couple of the Roosters there.
Roosters.
Not as many men as what there were women, but that's all the best for them.
No, we're proud of the girls. Congratulations to every single one of the Roosters girls receiving an award. As you guys know, we're both Rooster fans on the channel, so we're proud of our girls, but also every other player there last night. Congratulations to them all. Everyone deserved the award they got this year. So let's start off with the rookies of the year. For the men's rookie of the year, it was Jeremiah Nane from the Cowboys. He had an absolute amazing season, try-scoring machine for the Cowboys. I could congratulate him with that one. That was a good one. And the Dally M Rookie of the Year for the girls.
And for the Dally M Rookie of the Year for the girls was Jess Southwell from the Knights.
Jessie Southwell, yeah.
Yeah, Jessie Southwell from the Knights.
That's all right. And Jessie Southwell from the Newcastle Knights had an amazing season. A brilliant forward for the squad. Definitely has a lot of her sister's characteristics, I have to admit. So she's done a very good job this year. Congratulations to her. And yeah, all the best for the future for her. The captains of the year for the NRLW, Isabel Kelly took out the captain of the year for the girls. Congratulations to her. An amazing achievement. Congratulations with that one. And for the men,
the captain of the year was Isaiah Yo for Penrith. Congratulations to him also for a great season of football, and hopefully they take out the grand final.
Yeah. And there was a bit of a leak about Isaiah Yo's captaincy before they announced it. So NRL, pick up your game. What's happening? But no, he deservedly won the award. Congratulations to Isaiah Yo. He's done so many amazing things with Nathan Cleary this year with the Panthers. To see where they are this year, it's just phenomenal. They're a great side, and there's a lot of positives for them coming out of this. Alrighty. Let's go into the Province Southern medal for both the NRL and the NRLW. As you guys know, the NRL and NRLW joined together for the Daily M's last night. So if you're wondering why are we talking a bit so much about the NRLW, it's because they joined them together. So it was a really, really good turnout for both the NRL squads. Alrighty. For the NRLW, the Province Summons medalist was...
It was Nicho Hynes.
Ladies. We're talking about NRLW first. You went to...
So you doing the W?
What do you mean? Do you want to do W or...
Yeah, no, you do W.
All right. So the Province Summons winner for the NRLW, congratulations goes to Tony Hunt from the Broncos. She had been diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of this year, and she has really soldiered on during that time. Congratulations to her. we're wishing her all the best, hoping she gets better. Everything is all good for her and she can leave a legacy as a Broncos, and all the best to her future. As a Broncos NRLW, they've got a lot of good players still there, even though this year wasn't a great season for the NRLW girls. Can't do much about that, but congratulations to them and all the best. And
the Proman Summons winner for this year was Nicho Hynes from Cronulla. He played well. Unfortunately, there was no Roosters there playing in his position, but congratulations to him. He did a great job, and hopefully the best for him to next season.
And the funny thing is, this wasn't the last Nicho Hynes medal for the night, so we'll continue on with that. But you know what? Congratulations. Won the Provan Summons Award for his contribution to speaking out about mental health in the NRL. We are big believers about it. Mental health is a real big thing, especially amongst football players or men in general. It's really good to see that Nicho Hynes has a great passion to let people know it's okay to have worries, but to talk to someone, to find help as best you can, call people that can assist you with tough times in your life.
Talk with your coach, your teammates, and
yeah, but also healthcare providers like Lifeline and all that as well, to keep you knowing that there's a purpose of everything in life. There's so much purpose, and it definitely touches on this year the fact that after Paul Green's death, the NRL has brought this issue massively up in the community of the NRL. So this is one that all NRL fans and players are really passionate on trying to solve. So Nicho Hynes, congratulations. It is such a great cause that you are looking after. And all the best, and hoping you all the very, very best with keeping that project up and running. Alrighty. So the coaches of the year, I'll do the men's, you do the girls. The girls is pretty easy. It's a pretty easy one. I'll start off with the men's, but for the coach of the year for the NRL, the award was given to Todd Payton from the North Queensland Cowboys. Congratulations, an amazing achievement for coach of the year. Really had done an amazing majority of things for the Cowboys this year, especially the fact that they were only one game away from the grand final. Unfortunately, bowed out last week, but got to give praise to them. They had a great season, and it was all because of Todd Payton's leadership and guidance. And you know what? I wish him all the best. Congratulate him amazingly over this award. It's a massive achievement, especially for coach. And for the NRLW.
And for the NRLW, the coach of the year was none other than John Strange from the Roosters. Congratulations on him. He's brought these girls to a mighty battle. Almost got into the grand final, but unfortunately bowed out not far from it. Congratulations to the team too.
And John Strange, the first coach, I think, in the NRLW to lead his girls to 5 straight wins in a season. That's a massive achievement. Congratulations, especially for the Roosters. The year before winning the grand final at the beginning of the year, and then unfortunately came short against Parramatta girls this last week, but still an amazing season for the Roosters girls. Congratulations to them. They really deserved every bit of congratulations, and the coach was the main reason behind it. So congratulations to John Strange. Alrighty, so let's get into we'll start doing the team list. So the team of the year, how do you want to start? Do you want me to do the first one? You do the second one? How do you want to do this?
Yeah. Well,
all right, so we're going to start with the men's first, and then we'll do the NRLW girls as well. So starting off with the men's, we have James Tedesco from the Sydney Roosters.
And the winger for the team of the year is Joseph Sawali from the Sydney Roosters, and Alex Johnson from South Sydney.
And the centers of the year are Joseph Manu from the Sydney Roosters and Valentine Holmes from the North Queensland Cowboys.
The 5'8" of the year is Cameron Munster from the Storms,
And the halfback of the year is the Nicho Hynes Cronulla Sharky.
And the props of the year is Joseph Tapane
from the Canberra Raiders.
From Canberra, and Payne Arts from Brisbane Broncos.
And the hooker of the year is from the Penrith Panthers, Apisai Coruscant.
And Jeremiah Nunny from the Cowboys. And the lock is Isaiah from Penrith Panthers.
You forgot Viliame Kikau from the Penrith Panthers as well, was a second rower as well. So there were, again, the NRL did 2 for the second row positions and a couple positions, but that's what it was. And the lock this year was Isaiah Yeo. And I just want to check before anything if there's any names that we missed, just so that way you guys are informed and knowing of who won and who didn't. Pretty much everyone, yep. So that's the whole squad. And Todd Payton, of course, was the coach of the year due to the fact that he got coach of the year thing as well. Alrighty. Now for the NRLW. Let's start off. You want to start off with the fullback? Fullback of the year.
Fullback of the year for the NRLW is Sam Briner from the Roosters.
Sammy Brenner.
Oh, Sammy Brenner from the Roosters, sorry.
That's all right. And the wingers were Berry and Chapman. And for the centers, it is
Kelly, Isabel Kelly from the Roosters, and Jessica Surges also from the Roosters.
Yep. And the 5'8" of the year is Aiken, and the halfback of the year is, of course, Raecene McGregor.
The second row is Joseph and Kendrick Kenrick.
That's Koenig from the Sydney Roosters.
From the Sydney Roosters.
And the lock was Tafua. And then for the props
is Johnston and Boyle.
And of course, the hooker of the year for the NRLW team was Keely Davis. And of course, the coach of the year was John Strange. So congratulations to the 2 NRL and NRLW squads, team of the year. Each of these players had an outstanding season. Congratulations to them. They all deserve to be part of it. And it's always a prestigious thing to be part of the team of the year, showing your achievements during the year, especially for any position you play in the NRL. So congratulations for that. Alrighty. Well, it comes down to the Dally M players of the year. So I'll do the Roosters, and you want to do? Do you want to do the NRLW or NRL? Which you want to do?
I'll do the NRLW.
You want to do the NRLW? So the NRLW player of the year was
Jeremiah Nane.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
It's right at the bottom of the page.
The Dally M player of the year is Raecene McGregor.
Raecene
McGregor from the Sydney Roosters.
All good. Don't worry. Everyone knows on my YouTube channel, I've had problems with the girls' names this year, only because I haven't really done the NRLW team list a lot. So this is probably the first time you'll probably see me do it, but at least you guys know what's happening for that. And of course, the final award of the night came down to the men's. And of course, the race was tight between Teddy, Ben Hunt, and of course, the Dally M winner for the 2022 season. And I said his name a couple times now. Nicho Hynes from the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Congratulations, an amazing award. He had an outstanding season. A player that literally was brought into the squad. Not a lot of people knew about him. The fans embraced him as part of the Sharks straight away. Came from a Melbourne system that, has always been potent and always been brutal and, the way they are, but comes to the Sharks and had an amazing season in the halfback position. Congratulations to Nicho. All the best with everything you do, especially your initiative with helping with mental health for men. That is an amazing initiative. So congratulations to you and all the best with everything like that. All right. So let's get into the first up, we'll go with the NRLW team list for the grand final. And that is between the Newcastle Knights and, of course, the Parramatta Eels. All right, let's start off with the fullbacks. Do you want to start off Newcastle or do you want to do Para? Which one do you want to do? This is for the NRLW, just so you guys know. The game that'll be before, and this game will be at 3:55 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time at a Accor Stadium. It'll be on the Channel 9, Wide World of Sport, KO Sport, and of course Foxtel. So yeah. All right, let's get into the team list. You're coming at a camera. You got to come in a bit. Sorry about that. Just fixing up audio and what did you press? That's it. There. All right. So do you want me to start off with Newcastle first, and you do Para? It's up to you. Yeah. All righty. For the Newcastle Knights, we have for the fullback Tamika Upton, Kian Tarangi for the winger, Sharon Parker for the center, Bobby Law for the center or the second center, Amita Paikey for the winger, Kira Dibb for the 5'8", Jesse Southwell for the halfback. Oh, sorry. Jesse Southwell is a halfback. I with the Daily NRL Rook of the Year, she's a halfback. Sorry, I said a forward. I got confused with his sister. Sorry about that, guys. For the prop was Caitlin Johnston. For the hooker was Olivia Higgins. For the prop was Millie Boyle. For the second row is Ramoni Trezell. And the other second row is Yasmin Clindale, the ex-Rooster from our winning Rooster squad. And the lock is Kaylee Romanik. And in change is Emma Marsam, Taylor Pertibon, Simon Kempani, and Mazzy Will. And the reserves are Kira Simon, Tina Davis, Jessica Gentle, Tasman Barber, and Caitlin Moran. And for the Parramatta Eels squad, we have...
For the Parramatta Eels, we have Gail Broughton, Zaylee Faye, Abby Church, Rikaya Horn, Casey Tahi Hui, Ashley Quillen, Taylor Preston, Kennedy Cherryton, Brooke Anderson, Eli Johnston, Christian Poe, Vanessa Foloki, and Sima Tafua.
And that was for the backs and also the forwards. And now we're into the in-change.
Familia Philima Hassini, Seti Malingi, and Nejda George, Rima Butler.
Yeah. And for the reserves for the Parramatta NRLW squad,
Brookie Morgan Walker, Ruben Cherrington, Tina Penatier, Tess Stannis, and Ruby Jen Kennedy.
And that is the squads for the NRLW Knights and the Parramatta Eels. And there is no outs for both sides, so the full squad is there for both teams. The match officials will be Casey Badginger as the ref, Adam G for the senior review official, John Moylan for the touch judge, and the other touch judge is Tori Wilk. So the Newcastle Knights and the Parramatta Eels. Newcastle had a very convincing win against the St. George Illawarra Dragons last week. Newcastle really showed flexed their muscles, I have to admit, that game. There was a lot of things I think Newcastle has shown to make it to the Big G this year. And I've got a weird feeling they can win this, but with a Parramatta squad coming off a high, beating, I know this sounds sad for us, but the NRLW Senior Roosters, they had an excellent game shutting down key attacking players or key players that are weapons, especially to be able to shut down players in the Newcastle squad that are big, like Millie Boyle and all that. Parramatta are also a dark horse to win the NRLW Grand Final. There's a possible chance as well. They have firepower behind them. But if I had to seriously, truthfully, logistically look at this game, the Parramatta...
I'd say Newcastle would take it out.
You're saying Newcastle girls?
Newcastle take it out.
I'm saying the Newcastle girls, but
not by much.
Not by much, but don't put anything past these Para girls. They're an interesting squad this year. They have really shown a lot of skill during the season. They didn't have a winning season like the Roosters, but they came out of the fire and literally came after teams and just annihilated them. So
yeah,
I'm backing the Newcastle Knights, but I'm not going to put against the Parramatta Eels. They're definitely a squad to keep an eye out for.
I reckon there'll be just a 1-12 win. I wouldn't go any higher than 12.
I reckon it'll be a 1-12, but I reckon this game, if it comes down to it, their defenses are pretty good. I reckon this game could go and be won by a field goal. I reckon this is a game that's going to be won by a point. And the reason I say that is just the fact that both these teams in the NRLW this year have really shown why they've made it to this stage. So
I think it'll be more than a point, but it won't be more than 1-12.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be anything more than 1 or 12. It's going to be a heavy contest again. Yeah. I reckon there could be 1 point in this, but depends. Now, before we get into the NRL men's team list, let's go through the season and let's see how the Panthers have gone this year. The Panthers, this year, the games that they had won, we start off, this is how this season went. They won the first game against Manly in round 1, won their second game against Dragons, won against the Newcastle Knights in round 3, won against Rabbitohs round 4, beat the Bulldogs round 5, won against the Broncos in round 6, won against Canberra in round 7, beat the Gold Coast Titans in round 8, lost by 2 points in round 9 against the eventual grand final lists that are also playing them, the Parramatta Eels. And I think this is where this game is going to really be interesting this year. Panthers have been twice against the Parramatta Eels in the season. Will the Panthers find a way to beat them on the biggest stage? But anyway, just continue on. I've only got a couple more games left. Panthers beat Melbourne in round 10. They beat the Roosters in round 12. They beat the Cowboys in round 11. They beat the Roosters. Round 12, they beat the Cowboys. Round 13, they beat the Bulldogs. 14, they beat the Newcastle Knights. 15, they beat the Warriors. 16, they beat the Roosters. 17, they beat the Tigers. 18, they beat the Tigers. 19, they beat the Cronulla Sharks. And then they lost against Para again, 34-10. Round 21, they won against Canberra. They lost against Melbourne in round 22. They won against Rabbitohs in round 23. And pretty much their home run, round 24, they won against New Zealand. They lost against the Cowboys in round 25, but without their full squad. So that game was kind of in one of those, you know what I mean? The first week of the finals, they beat the Parramatta Eels 27-8. They eventually made it all the way to the prelim finals. Last week, they slaughtered the South Sydney Rabbitohs 32-12 in a game that they really flexed their muscles, especially at the right time of the year. Now it's Penrith Panthers versus the Parramatta Eels. That's their season in wraps. But let's have a look at the Parramatta Eels season, and then we'll make our predictions and where we see the games being won. So, of course, Para won the first game of their season against the Gold Coast Titans, round 1. Round 2, they lost by 2 points against the Cronulla Sharks. Round 3, they won against the Melbourne Storms by 4 points. And then round 4, they beat the Dragons. Round 5, they beat the Gold Coast Titans again. Round 6, they lost by 1 point against the Tigers. Round 7, they won 39-22 against Newcastle. Pretty shame score for Newcastle. My goodness. Next season for you guys, but not a good look there. And then Cowboys beat them in round 8, 35-4, but hot summer's day in Darwin. It wasn't particularly great weather. The coach was literally going through 5 or 6 bottles of water. If you watch the Fletch and Hynes things. And of course, Parramatta beat the Panthers round 9, 22-20. They beat the Roosters. They lost against the Roosters round 10. They beat Manly in round 11. They won against Canberra round 12. 14, they lost against the Bulldogs. Interesting. Funny fact. How can you bounce back after losing against the Doggies?
And then they won by 10 points against us.
Yeah, but how did they? Anyway, they lost against the Doggies 34-4. I question how they got to the grand final after that. But anyway, then they won, of course, against the Roosters round 15. 16, they lost against Souths. They won against Tigers round 17. Round 18, they won against Warriors. Round 19, they lost against the Broncos. Round 20, they beat the Panthers. Round 21, they beat Manly. Round 22, they got beaten again by Souths, I think. No, that's the, I think, I don't know. Souths beat them round 22. They beat the Doggies in round 23. They beat Broncos round 24. 25, they beat Melbourne. And then the final weeks, they lost against the Panthers in the first week of the finals, then had to do a bit of a lap up. So they had to go beat Canberra. That was a pretty easy win, 40-4. Wasn't really... Parramatta showed their muscles, but again, it was against Canberra. Canberra had a great season. I'm not saying they didn't, but yeah. And of course, last week, the Parramatta Eels, to secure their spot in the 2022 grand final, beat the Cowboys by 4 points. We're not going to talk about the controversy of that game, but but apart from that, they went in, they beat them, and now they're in the grand final. Para fans, I could just see the excitement in your faces, especially the fact that Parramatta, the last grand final that they had actually won, was a pretty significant one for them, and it was 1986. So the amount of years, it's been 63 years pretty much, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's been a while.
63 years that these Parramatta Eels haven't won a grand final. So that's 63 years worth of history that these Parramatta Eels have to really take into this game with a lot of pressure on them, especially from their own supporters, hoping that they could break the dreams of the Panthers, especially because it is the Battle of the West. All right. Let's get into the team list for your NRL Grand Final 2022. And let's start off with, of course, Panthers. Do you want to start Panthers?
I'll start Panthers, yeah.
All right.
Right, for Penrith Panthers, for the 2022 Grand Final, we have as fullback Dylan Edwards. As the winger, we've got Charlie Staines. And as a center, we have Isaac Togo. Number 4, we have Stephen Crichton. Number 5, we have Brian To'o. Number 6, we have Jeremiah Luai. Number 7, Jerome Luai, sorry. Number 7, as everyone knows, the man himself, Nathan Cleary, as captain also. At number 8, we have Moses Leota. Number 9, we have Api Hassan Crosol. Number 10, we have James Fisher Harris. Number 11, we have Williama Kikau. Number 12, we have Liam Martin. And number 13, we have Isaac Yeo. The interchange, number 14, we have Mitch Kennedy. Number 15, we have Scott Swanson. Number 16, we have Spencer Liu.
Cut me off camera, bro.
Number 17, we have Jimone Solomon. Number 18, we have Sean Sutherland. Number 19, we have Matthew Eisenhuth. And number 20, we have Jeremiah Hope Good. Number 21, we have Suna Tavua. Number 22, Chris Smith.
Alrighty, that is the Panthers squad. And now we have the Parramatta Eels. And your 2022 NRL Grand Finalist Parramatta squad is, for the fullback, Clint Gutherson. Sorry, Chris. In the number 2 jersey, we have Mike Sasivo. Number 3, Will Pennessy. Number 4, Bailey Sorensen. Number 5, Wonga Blake. Number 6, Dylan Brown. Number 7, Mitch Moses. Number 8, Regan Campbell Gillard. Number 9, Reed Marnie. Number 10, Junior Paulo. Number 11, Sean Lane. And number 12, Isaiah Papali'i. And number 13, Ryan Madison.
Of course, there's no captain there.
The captain, that's weird.
I think they haven't got a captain. They've got a referee.
No, I think their captain is I think it's Gutho. Sorry guys, we're just the newspaper, because this is the actual official updated one, so we're just letting you guys know what's happening with that.
They got the referee's captain.
The referee's not captain.
I reckon it's Mitchell Moses.
I think it's probably Mitchell Moses. No,
No, it's Clint Gutherson.
I think it's Gutho. Let me just go. Sorry, just goes 2 seconds. I'm not going to be too long. There we go. Clint Gutherson, yeah. Anyway, funny enough, but they put a C next to Nathan and not anyway. And for the interchange, we've got Nathan Brown coming back from injury. Funny enough. Number 15, Jake Arthur. Number 16, Oregon Kafusi. Number 17, Marata Nikorima. Number 18, Bryce Cartwright. Number 19, Maekis Makatoa. And number 20, Tom Opacek. And number 21, Afuki Agodon. And number 22, Kai Rodwell. Well, the Panthers Parramatta, the biggest matchup of the year, the one that everyone's been excited for. I think everyone pretty much has been predicting this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Any team but South.
Yeah, well. Sorry, South fans would be watching this, but we don't like you, we're Roosters. Nah, we're joking around, all fairness in the game. But Panthers, Para, these two teams have done it all this year. In their matchups during the season, Para beat them twice, the Panthers. In the finals, Panthers got the best of Para. This is where I think it's going to get interesting. The fact that Parramatta have actually beat them twice during a season, twice with Nathan Cleary, even though the second game he kind of was on the bench. Oh, actually no, got suspended that game. Funny enough. But twice the Panthers lost during the season, but then in the finals they beat the Parramatta Eels again at home. Now it's the grand final. So who's going to take the final win of the season? Who's going to take the win that matters the most? The one where you get to lift the trophy in front of your fans, millions of fans, especially with your Panthers and Para fans around. But,
I'm saying Parramatta will, but...
You're going Parramatta?
I'm not going Parramatta, I'm going Penrith. But I've got a funny feeling Parramatta will take it. I don't know why, but I've got a funny feeling Parramatta will take it.
I have to admit, look, I like fairy tale stories. I really do, especially for the fact that, Parramatta Haven't won the grand final in
and
36
that's
years.
also in the women's. I think Parramatta will take the women's one out, even though I want Newcastle to win. But again, I think Parramatta, both sides are too strong.
I don't know. Look, you're going the Parramatta way, pretty much.
I'm hoping Penrith win, but I'm
So
thinking
what were you?
I'm thinking Parramatta would take. I think
All right.
Parramatta will take it.
So you're sticking with Panthers or Para?
I was thinking with Panthers, but I'm thinking Parramatta will take it. I'm thinking that's my thought.
Okay, so you've just.
I'm not hoping. I'm not hoping. I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Who's the one you're actually going with?
All right, Penrith.
Oh, there you go. That makes more sense.
Made you happy?
Because you're going for Panthers.
No.
But I'm going to go back.
Go for Penrith, but I'm thinking. I'm
Oh,
I'm thinking Parramatta will take this out.
See, this is why I
Right?
like doing this.
That's my you know.
Okay, well, Panthers, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. My goodness. Yeah, you got the logo right next to you as well. Stop coming off camera. What are you doing? No, where are you
I'm
going?
on camera.
All right, go get me a coffee while you're off coffee. I'm checking out. This game, I'm going to go Panthers. Look, like I said, fairy tale stories, doesn't matter what. 36 years, I understand. But this is a Parramatta squad that's never been in a grand final. Experience in these kind of events comes down to teams that have actually experienced this. They've had the opportunity to actually experience the day, experience the atmosphere. Para have never been in this atmosphere for 36 years. So this is a hard.
That's why I'm thinking they're gonna probably take it.
What I'm saying is it's a con for them because realistically, think about it. For a team that's never had grand final experience,
They're gonna be hungry.
Are they going to be hungry or are they gonna struggle this game?
They're gonna be hungry.
You're saying that.
They're gonna.
All right, just say Parramatta.
They're gonna be hungry. I reckon they're gonna be hungry for this grand final.
All right, so you're Para.
You know.
So you're Parramatta.
I'm just saying they're gonna be hungry for the grand final.
Yeah, but now look. Overall, I'm going to go the Panthers. Honestly, truthfully, the only reason I say Panthers is because, look, I like the squad. They've got a bunch of great young players. And I've got a feeling that Nathan Cleary this year, I think, will be the key to the Panthers finishing the job against Para. I think this is the one that's going to count for the Panthers this year. I think they're going to put all the season matches that they've played against Para aside and focus majority on this game in particular and just shutting down Para. The only weakness I see, if you can shut down Mitch Moses and Dylan Brown, you take down the Parramatta spine. If you can shut down Gutho, you take down the Panthers' backs. So this is where I think the Panthers, I reckon, because of the experience in grand final experiences and being there twice the last 2 years, won one, lost one, but I think they'll have more experience to be able to get the job done in this game, in this circumstance. So I'm backing the Panthers for that. And I reckon this game could possibly, if I'm really honest, this game could actually, honestly, truthfully, go to Golden Point. I've got a weird feeling it's going to be a shootout.
It's not going to be another high score. It's going to be like a 1-12.
I reckon it's going to be a shootout, but towards the end, right?
It could be a 13+, but I don't know. And we can go the extra time.
That's what I'm saying. Golden Point. That's what I'm saying. Extra time
or go even the extra time. Depends on how Parramatta play against Penrith. If Penrith are too strong in the beginning, then Parramatta's got no.
Look, my advice to Para, if you guys even watch my channel, probably not. If I was Parramatta, if you want to do well, shut down the Panthers at the beginning of the first half. Shut them down for a whole half, and you'll get Panthers. If you don't shut the Panthers down in the first half,
and the main players to shut down,
Cleary, Luai, To'o.
But basically the whole team.
You got to find a way. You got to find a way to shut them down. But if you don't shut them down in the first half, my friend, it's over Red Rover, and you might as well just hand the trophy over to the other team because I'm sorry to say, but Panthers can shut out a game and finish a game cleanly. So Parramatta better learn fast and quick because they're coming for them. So yeah, but Panthers it is for me. I'm locking in. He's undecided still, but
no, I'm going Penrith, but I'm saying Parramatta could have this win because haven't been there for a while.
Yeah,
and the chances are, you never know. They're not playing at Parramatta Stadium. They're not playing at Penrith Stadium. They're playing at a core stadium.
Mm.
So basically, no team has got an advantage. So if they're both teams, if they're hungry, one of them, you know.
Well, I've got a feeling that these teams both don't have a home field team advantage for this.
No, but I think because Penrith's been there twice,
Oh.
you know, consecutive, and Parramatta's been 47, 48, 49 years or whatever they've been. Both teams are hungry, but I think Penrith are hungrier because they've got the taste now.
No,
But
exactly.
good luck to both teams, I'd say. You know, whoever takes it out, good luck to them.
No, exactly. And like I said, good luck to them both. Honestly, they've been the best teams this year. So congratulations to both squads. All the best for the grand final. So that is it for us.
That's to the girls and the guys.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Congratulations to
and
both,
also
all 4 teams that are in the grand final.
Yeah, also the NRLW girls. Congratulations to both the teams as well. All the best, especially for you two squads. Both teams never been in a grand final, so this is going to be exciting for both of them. This is especially exciting for both their franchises because you want to get a win, especially for both these squads. Not being in it and actually now getting the chance to just take one home. Why not?
Because this might be the last one you've taken. The Roosters might come on next year. So
oh yeah, we're back next year. Don't worry, guys. This is just a rerun. This is just a break for us. We had the one last year. We had a break now. All right. So guys, that is it from us. Just want to let you guys know before we finish this video, we'll hopefully be doing a video after the grand final, so we could talk to you guys about the grand final itself, the score, players, man of the match, and everything like that. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that after the grand final. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this is probably a longer video we've done so far, but it's so you guys know the information leading up to this year's grand final. And if you haven't already, tickets are pretty much sold out for this grand final. So unfortunately, if you were thinking of buying tickets for this, you've got to find ways that are hard to these days. Probably the best thing is win competitions to NRL grand finals, I'm guessing. But
enter competitions.
Yeah, because this one is a sold out crowd. So if you're lucky to get a ticket, enjoy the game. And if you already purchased your tickets and you're a Panther or you're a Para fan, enjoy this moment. It is grand final Sunday, the biggest Sunday for the NRL. It's always exciting, doesn't matter who's there. Enjoy it, live it up, but you're not being there next year. I'm joking now. All right, guys, that is it from us, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching our videos at JoArt1&Co. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Click the bell icon to be notified anytime we do new updates, just like this, or vlogs, or gaming, or whatever. And also, guys, follow us on Instagram at JoArt1&Co Sports, and also just JoArt1&Co. I couldn't make it any longer on Instagram; they wouldn't allow me. Nah, but that's all good. But that's it from us, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you.
Thank you, my papa.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, that last video coming up soon will be our final sign out for the NRL for the year. And then maybe we'll do NRL wrap, whatever. We'll see how we go. But don't forget, guys, NFL videos will be starting to pump a lot more now. So make sure you keep watching our channel, and we'll see you guys next year for the NRL season after grand final. All right, guys, that's it for us. Have a great day. Enjoy the video. Enjoy Sunday, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.